Hey.
I can't believe it. What'd you make the title? Oh, I didn't do the thing. I gotta do that thing.
Oh, yeah, you didn't do the thing. I just said
There, now I've done the thing.
don't mess up.
Hello, Gab. What? You told me not to mess up?
Yeah, I just said don't mess up.
This should be easy.
Exactly. Hello, Gab.
I can't believe it. I'm I'm glad I beat day 49, but it didn't happen. Didn't have to happen off stream. It probably
you
helps.
can do it again if you want.
No!
You can always rewind.
No. Nah. No, I'm good. Hello, Ryosuke.
Hi, Ryosuke.
Would you like to be revived here in the finale? I got enough points to do it. You can be undead today if you would like to live. Okay, Ryosuke would like to live.
Now, if you fail day 50, it'll be very funny. We'll also have to.
Ryosuke will live again. I want to see who the survivors were between these last 5 days, because I haven't remade anyone. So whoever's dead is dead. Hello, RC.
Hi, RC.
Hello,
Hi, Blitz.
Blitz.
Do you even know what day 50 is like?
No, I'm about to find out.
Oh, we have to go through cutscene, remember?
Yeah, we gotta do the cutscene. We're gonna read the look, Ryosuke, if you die now, that's on you. I'm gonna be honest.
Don't just stare from the corner and be like, sorry, guy.
I mean, I might have used you as a distraction one time, and I might have forgotten about you all the other times.
See, that means you were necessary to a point.
Yeah, no, you died for a great cause.
You pushed the plot
time.
along.
Yeah, you were a noble sacrifice.
You should feel honored. Y'all are early,
We got
aren't
story
we?
time. We got abnormality story time happening. We're gonna read.
Why are you early? What time is it?
I told you we were 2 minutes early.
Yeah, we're here at this time all the time. Why are you guys late? It's not a sacrifice if you didn't know I got...
Well, no, this most recent death was intentional, I'm afraid. I don't know if that's better or worse than being forgotten.
What would you do if this said 99% again?
I don't want to say what I'd do. I think you can't say that on Twitch.
Well, damn, for you to be cautious. Hello, my favorite landlords.
Kiro. Finished the first French Fairy game, but I didn't stream it because the finale is when shit hits the fan. Since Novella showed interest in it, I didn't want to risk it.
Thank you.
It's beautiful.
Hello.
Have we read her?
No?
No. Am I taking this one or would you like this one?
Ladies first.
Oh, okay, I see. It takes the form of a girl burnt to ashes. Even though there's nothing left to burn, the fire still doesn't extinguish. A matchstick impels the girl's body just like a stake. Usually the match is always lit, while the abnormality shows no sign of activity. Because of this, employees often speculate that the matchstick may be the abnormality's true body. However, recently the ashen figure was seen crying, according to witnesses. Excerpt from Abnormality, Specialist Doctor Redacted's research log.
Hello, fairy.
You can do it. If my dumb ass can beat day 49, you can do anything. I believe in you.
Am I reading this part?
Huh? Oh no, I was just sending encouragement. You can do it, manager.
I believe in you, manager.
The charred body represents the child's crumbled hope. Oh hey, that's the name. It's the name of one of the cards.
Oh, hey.
While the ever-blazing flame represents the obsession for affection, it's always in conflict with the contradiction between these two. Oh, interesting. We paid a boatload, and that's all they have to say. Damn. Staff conversation. Well, she's like a ticking time bomb. No one can tell if she's in a good mood or not. We just hope that we won't be the one blown up before entering the containment unit. She won't get any better. We can only try and keep her from getting worse.
Damn.
Ooh. Oh, I got a I gotta take us away. I can't see. Where? Which one is it again? This one? No. This
You'll
one.
find it.
There
There
we
we
go. Yeah, Florida's about to have it real bad.
Oh, yeah.
Scary. Really scary.
Be safe. 15 feet is crazy. Oh my god.
Never thought the abnormality would be able to escape. Maybe we were getting careless, but it seemed that all I could do was burn up the match stuck in its body. Yes, our response was a bit late, omitted. Most abnormalities that try to escape would attack the employees in front of them, but this one didn't show any aggression toward the nearby employees. Instead, it headed to a different department, the most crowded place in the company. If we didn't suppress it at the door, half the people here wouldn't be in one piece.
Oh my god.
Uploading VODs to YouTube is the equivalent of watching paint dry. I don't think you have to sit there and watch it upload the whole time.
Well, if you want to make sure it actually gets uploaded.
God, I hate that you're right. All right.
Question. Clicker.
Who? Her?
What's the little arrow bottom left?
It goes to the next abnormality.
Oh.
We could do it like that. I know we read this one. I know we read her.
I feel like
I feel like we did read this one.
Yeah, this feels familiar. We definitely read
We
scenes.
definitely read the shoes. Do we care to read these? Maybe, yeah. I'll
Yeah,
read
they
them.
can be
Yeah,
fun.
I'll read them. A music box with an impressive sculpture. That doesn't look that impressive. Of a dancing ballerina.
And
wound
keep
up,
my device
A
on.
sad melody begins to play. No one knows when it was made or who made it, but it doesn't seem to be new, judging from the slight skips in the song. There are a few phrases crudely carved on its surface. Do you remember this melody? Oh, I remember this. This is the tagline when you get it.
Oh yeah.
The professor used to play this song when the students were sleepy. Happy birthday. Listening to this music box will make anyone feel like everything will be okay in the end, lifting their fatigue. However, excessive listening will make one lose grip on reality and be driven mad.
That beat must be so dope.
We did the old lady. We definitely did the fetus. Yeah, we read her. We definitely read nothing there.
I'm currently
did we-
uploading
I feel
the
like we
rest
read
of the
this one.
LobCorp VODs all at once. Oh
dear
my
God. Sans,
Bless
good job. What would we do without Sans?
you. Did we read this?
I think so.
You waited following 12 minutes. It feels familiar.
Yeah, I think we read this one. Singing Machine. Yeah, we did Singing Machine. Didn't we?
Dilated pupils. Yeah, we read that one.
Yeah. Oh, we definitely did that one.
No, you didn't. Also, fuck you, novel? What did I do?
Which one do I need to read again? What are we reading again?
I think it was Singing Machine.
We need to read Singing Machine again.
Oh no, I remember that.
Yeah, we did. We read it. We read Singing Machine.
I remember that one.
Unless you're just curious to spare and you want us to read it, that's a different story. In which case, I will happily give you a little story time.
I'm curious.
Is it because you've recently faced it and ruined it?
It's for a drawing prompt.
Okay.
It takes the form of a long cuboid machine. At first glance, all it seems to be is a simple industrial grinder. However, the existence of it having an individual will meets the criteria for it to be classified as an abnormality. When approached or touched, the employee will become delirious and throw himself into the abnormality's mechanical body. Afterward, the machine's ventilation fan will quickly shut off, and the sound of the abnormality operating can be heard from within. This process takes about 5 minutes. Jesus. After a few experiments, we have concluded that the abnormality desires to gain music from this interaction. There is no detailed research into this abnormality's music. However, there is a hypothesis that it has a special characteristic that attracts humans in correlation to their specific behaviors or psychological counseling records. If solid smash, literally, my god, that's cursed. Don't put that in there. I don't need to see that. If one of our employees has been determined to be addicted to the music, they will need to be treated quickly to prevent any collateral damage. Excerpt from counseling log. I just wanted to write the observation report and get out, but he was acting odd. I warned him not to get too close, but redacted. Took one step closer. He said he'll let me hear a fantasy. And he opened the lid and jumped into the machine. The lid closed and a loud noise came from inside the creature. There was no way to know what was happening, but I was too terrified to do anything.
It sounds like you have no choice but to smash.
And your friend will bring you along. In the dark, I realized that the thing was playing an instrument, crushing and cut. Oh.
Well, yeah, it's just a bunch of saws in there.
No, okay, never mind. In the dark, I realized that this thing was playing an instrument, crushing and cutting Redacted's body. It was creating a rhythm. As I was contemplating my horrific realization, the lid opened up again. Bits and pieces of Redacted were in there, so little that you had to wonder what happened to the rest. Omitted. Notice! Must read. Symptoms of addiction to the music of the singing machine. 1. Attempt to bring other employees to the containment unit of the singing machine by physical force. 2. Dilated pupils. 3. Greatly reduced concentration and cognitive abilities. 4. Refusal to listen to any other forms of music. Please list any additional symptoms that are found and immediately report any employees that are suspected of the noted symptoms. Excerpt from log again. Date? Who the fuck cares? Employee 1. Employee, I fucked up already. Employee M1B4D went missing in the company. 2 days later, on the whatever you want it to be, part of a corpse was found inside the singing machine. Genomic? Is that how you say that?
Which one, where?
After singing machine, date XX, genomic analysis, or...
Where?
Start from date XX, look to where it says singing machine.
Oh, genomic.
Genomic. Thank you.
Sure.
Genomic analysis revealed that the corpse belonged to the missing employee. The employee was a new hire who had only worked for the company for 3 months, and they had no record of an assignment to work with the abnormality. The culprit was found to be employee Redacted, who was in charge of the singing machine. Redacted confessed after extensive investigation. I know it's crazy, but I had to hear that music again. It was stuck in my head for months. I performed all kinds of experiments. When the machine takes in a cat, it plays for 1 minute. A large dog, 2 minutes and 30 seconds. But nothing could compare to the music when it eats a human. It might sound ridiculous. I feel satisfied having heard it once more.
Well.
Damn. Have you read The Woodsman?
I think so, yeah.
But you're a machine. That means you were built to serve humans. Don't you understand?
Maybe not.
No, that doesn't feel familiar.
A mechanical abnormality whose humanoid body is composed entirely of galvanized steel. It holds a giant axe with both hands, but does not show any activity, as if it's unable to move. The friends were imperfect in one way or another, so they helped each other to fill what they were lacking and embarked on a journey to make their wishes come true. The Scarecrow, close your eyes, DB. You don't. The Scarecrow wanted a brain. The Tin Woodsman wanted a heart. The Cowardly Lion wanted courage, not found in this game, and Dorothy wanted to return home.
Stop making stuff.
The one
what are you talking about,
DB?
I think you're hearing stuff.
Instead, gave the woodsman a lead heart. But you're a machine. That means you were built to serve humans. Don't you understand? Machines don't need a heart. Good job making it all the way here, though. Take this as compensation. Be sure to tell everyone waiting for you that your wish will definitely come true. Some left with satisfaction. The friends departed and were never to be seen again. The hard, cold lead was depressing. He's real sad. The Tin Woodsman couldn't agree with this. In anger, he swung his axe through the wizard's heart. The warm heart was pulsing vigorously.
Warm
He
heart.
shoved the lead into the wizard's now empty chest. For the first time in his life, the woodsman started laughing at the sight and felt a pleasure he'd never felt before. Grabbing a chunk of mushy hearts, he shoves it into his chest, in quotations apparently. There will never be enough hearts. Once a woodsman, he now fells people instead of trees. This is a forest full of hearts. No matter how many he cuts down, the forest still remains dense. A kind person would carry a warmer heart. Hello, Pink.
Hi, Pink.
When the heart is lost, the woodsman will fall to his knees in sorrow, clutching his empty chest as if begging for the only thing he has left not to be taken. Oh, we've read that one.
Yes, we have read this one.
Oh, we've read the birds. We've
We
read
read-
that.
I remember that one.
We read Apple Lady.
I remember that one.
Did we read the spiders?
I don't know if we read the spiders.
I don't think so.
Yeah, I don't think so either. You didn't.
No.
Sands throbbing. Oh. An abnormality that takes the form of a giant spider guarding its domain in darkness. It's difficult to see the abnormality with bare eyes. Small spiderlings skitter around the floor. Our proud employee, Peter. Hey, good for Peter. He gets to keep his name.
He's not redacted
Yeah, I
or
know.
omitted.
Entered the abnormalities containment unit one day. When he shone the flashlight on the floor, small little spiders skidded away from the light. When Peter squashed one of the spiderlings by accident, a giant spider descended from the ceiling. Peter was dragged to the ceiling in only a moment. The cocooned employee hanging off the ceiling of the containment unit will be a healthy meal for the spider's offspring. Unsurprisingly, not a single employee volunteered to retrieve the corpse of their cocoon colleague.
Spiders.
Excerpt from Animal Encyclopedia?
Tell me what a spider is now.
A fact often overlooked by many is that victims trapped in a spider's cocoon are actually not dead. The prey is, in fact, slowly dying within.
They're not dead, they're dying.
Yeah, they're dying. Their death is postponed so that they can be kept fresh for later consumption. A spider's poison contains a toxin that permanently damages the heart. Oh, I didn't know that bit. Eventually leading to death. Insects trapped in the pitch black cocoons have no choice but to wait for the spiderlings to feed on them, feeling their heartbeat slower and slower. Excerpt from the head of the welfare department's letter.
Oh, Jessid!
We do appreciate your suggestion. However, our own research indicates that your concerns are unlikely to be true. Furthermore, it is proven that the... Yes? Cool. It is... Hello?
Yeah, ma'am?
Hello?
Yeah, buddy?
Hello?
Uh-huh.
Remember how spiders feed? They melt. Oh, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I am reminded of something.
He had something to say, and he needed the world to hear it.
It is... It is proven... Ma'am.
Buddy? Hey.
Hello.
Come here.
Say hi. He doesn't want to say hi. It is proven that the presence of a cocoon in the containment unit increases the energy output. For these reasons, we will not implement a rescue procedure for employees who are caught by spider bud,
Oh.
as it is against our interest. However, we will allocate more resources into researching the specimen in the future, per your opinion. Please be advised that disrupting the atmosphere of our workplace by spreading unconfirmed rumors is against the code of conduct and may even be subject to penalties, including dismissal. Lobotomy always values the welfare and voices of its employees. Head
Jessid.
of the Welfare Department Lobotomy Corporation.
Fuck. Excuse me?
There's an eerie rumor spreading among employees. It's not out of the ordinary for a rumor or two to spread in a company like this, but it is interesting that a number of alleged witnesses seem to. Well, it is interesting that the number of alleged witnesses seems to multiply. The rumor says the following: whispers can be heard in the containment unit at night. It was the voice of Alex. Hey, good for you, Alex! You didn't get redacted! Who went missing a few days ago. They say the voice wept in terror, asking to be saved from the darkness.
Justin, what the fuck, man? Why?
Alex and Pete must
He
have
said,
been
just leave him in there.
must have been so good at their job to not get redacted. I'm so
Or
happy
so
for
bad
them.
at it. We were just talking about this one.
Oh, the
Okay.
dog.
Yeah, I was curious about this one. A self-loathing abnormality that spends every day letting out miserable screams. Oh.
I didn't know it did that.
It wishes to break the cycle of the curse, but there is no way to do so. Beauty was once a fair lady with charming green eyes. One day, this poor lady learns of a job opening at the manor of the Count, with the promise of hefty payment. The Count had a monstrous appearance. Rumor says anyone who dares to enter. Opinion? I have opinions.
What's an opinion? What am I looking at?
Do it again. Do it again.
Flat or look more gemmy? It's for. Oh, okay. Do it again.
Yeah, do it again.
Maybe. Possibly. Okay, hang on.
It must be that hideous monster preying on people. With that thought in her mind, she brought a very sharp knife with her. The lady was hired and worked at the manor. Contrary to the rumor, the monster... Okay, let's see. Okay.
Okay. And then...
Oh, I see.
I see.
I think canonically they're kind of like, they're glass, like marbles,
Yeah.
is what they look like to me. Let's see, where was I? The monster was nowhere to be seen. Sometimes at night she could hear a voice. It was very kind and compensated for her troubles handsomely. Working in the manor, the lady bore a greedy thought. If the Count was gone, I could take all his possessions for myself. One day, she went inside the Count's room, the room that she was instructed to never enter during the day. There, she saw the Count's true form. He was truly horrendous. Hundreds of eyes, 4 legs. He was neither human nor animal. The lady thought, perhaps such a hideous monster would be better off if it didn't exist. Damn.
God.
She proceeded to stab the beast with her knife. Surprisingly, the beast laughed in its last moments. Before the lady could even ask why it was laughing, she began to change. Hundreds of eyes formed, and a thick coat of fur grew on her. Soon she turned into the beast. Now the manor and all its riches belonged to her. Rumor says anyone who dares enter the Count's manor is never seen again. Almost hit close. I didn't need to do that. Oh, we certainly did that. Yeah.
Yep, newborn fetus.
And we read this
Christmas.
one. Yep.
Queen Bee?
I don't think so.
I don't think
Oh,
so.
this is a big boy. Okay.
Are we at the top?
Yeah.
Its form appears to be an amalgamation of a gargantuan beehive and a bee. A cross-section of the inside shows a darkish red surface with particles here and there, much like that of raw meat. The segment that appears to be the face is heavily distorted. Aww.
Oh no, she fell apart.
It has wings, but they lost their intended function of flight. The one eye that remains is relatively intact. Wow, I can't read. The one eye that remains relatively intact shows pupillary movement, as if to watch for approaching intruders. Fiona, please. That's my book bag. The abnormality always remains still, so it is assumed that it does not move. When certain conditions are met, it releases spores. It'll generate billions of spores. Billions?
Billions.
How big are spores usually?
Small. What do you mean?
Well, how much is a billion spores in a...
You've played the game. You know.
Well,
how many spores it is.
It changes depending on the department.
No?
Central is much bigger than Control.
Yeah, but it's still within a 20-meter radius.
No. Well, the more you know. Oh boy, I lost it. Within a 20-meter radius. The existence of life forms in its vicinity seems to be one of the key requirements. When it did, there was no immediate change in the employees who inhaled the spores. Man cannot comprehend what a billion.
Just know that it's a lot. Okay?
No, it's a lot.
As long as you know it's a lot, we're gonna be fine.
How much of a space can a billion
20
spores?
meters! It says 20 meters right there!
And no...
Good God!
Oh my God.
$1,500? No!
No. I'll use the
Now, I
Steam
did
gift.
find a $50 listing that has the buttons for all the first layer and the 2 holographic cards of Yasada Netsock's floor.
Cute.
I might want that.
And no anomalous signs could be detected on the examinations that followed. Once more time had passed, the employees experienced severe pain in their... How do you say that?
Fuck, I wasn't reading along. Severe pain in their where? Occipital?
Occipital? New word.
Because it's like ocular, right? Probably. No,
Yeah.
that can't be it. It's
No.
lobe and abdomen. Yeah.
Sure.
In their eyeball parts? I
In
don't
their,
know.
in their eye and tummy. Then, after a certain period of time, their head dislodged from their body, and a worker bee emerged from the separated body.
Yeah, no, that checks out.
Yeah, that's what it was priced last time we looked. Super lost my place. Worker bee emerged from the separated part of its body. It has been confirmed that the spores carry drone eggs that hatch inside a living host. Based on the findings of an autopsy done on an employee killed by the abnormality, we believe the larva will subsist on any portion of the body, be it blood, organs, or fat. It will move freely around the body at this stage. When it becomes too large to move, it will create a cocoon near the intestines. Oh.
I see.
Ew.
Hmm.
Oh, no, I don't like that. The host feels extreme hunger at this stage.
Yeah,
This
because
is-
I won.
Yeah.
We're on day 50 now.
So we're doing still a little bit of story.
Because I didn't have you guys to distract me. Instead, I, sat here, hands shaking, just like...
The bone in green is the question. The bone in question is the green part. Gotcha. The host feels extreme hunger at this stage, eating much more than usual. This cocoon moves upward through the body as it grows, eventually damaging the arteries of the throat and, thyroid with its jaws, and severs the host's head from the body. After this, it'll emerge from the body, exacerbating the wound of the host further. Excerpt from counseling log. Redacted had been telling me about his itchy neck for a while. He complained about the indigestion too. One time I saw him take a bunch of digestives. Who would have thought that it turned out to be such a serious issue? I never knew I'd be the one to witness that horrible moment. Omitted. Redacted and I were just chatting, but suddenly he stopped speaking. He was still scratching at his neck. It was turning so red, I was getting worried. Then, his neck started to turn at such a strange angle. Right then and there, I realized the severity of the situation. There was no way he could have been putting his neck... What? There's no way he could have been putting his neck that way on his own. It looked like someone was forcefully twisting his neck. And then, I heard a zip, like the noise of shredding paper. A foreign sound of something tearing. His head fell to the floor. I heard a dull thud. Then, as if enough hadn't happened already, something began to crawl out of his neck. Just like a butterfly emerging from a cocoon. tearing apart his headless body. The wings, the yellow trunk, the teeth that gnawed away his body. Bro, I'm blaming Novell for why I think Benjamin sounds like a... Sorry.
Everyone in Ruina they all have very handsome voices.
They do.
No exceptions.
That teeth gnawed away his body. It's something I never want to see again. A being I'd hate to describe as something alive. Omitted. It seemed to be aware of me somehow. It looked like it didn't have any reason to attack at that moment. It picked up his cranium and flew away, like a drone carrying honey. I can still hear the sound of its jaws rattling and its wings beating. Worker bee. Worker bee? Is the bee talking?
No, I think it's describing one.
Ah, okay. Worker bee. Its appearance is clearly different from the queen bees. Its appearance is clearly different from the queen bees, other than its color. It is capable of flight, but can only hover about 1 meter above the ground. It lacks antennae or eyes. A long appendage that appears to be an intestine drags behind its rear on the floor. Oh, God.
I was doubting myself. I was like, no, is that not an intestine?
So
it totally
it's
is.
dragging intestines on the ground.
Yeah. That's what I said. I was like, is that intestines? I think there's
Lovely.
coming out its butt.
Worker bees show only 2 forms of behavior: delivering nutrients to the queen and proliferating upon encountering an employee. It uses its jaw to crush their heads and then proceeds to inject a pupa into their body.
Gross. Oh, we've read this one, all right.
Oh yeah, we read that one. I don't know if we read this one.
I don't. Good God, wall of text. Bloodbath and Snow Queen for obvious reasons.
The queen is a memorable one.
Oh
for me.
yeah. Fetus. It's a really funny story. Sending them out to the farm.
Who's taking this one?
I got it. It's based on a Korean urban legend. Oh.
The one that first hooked me in was
Oh.
Fairy, because I was the one I actually read and was like, oh shit, this is crazy.
Employees records, source unknown. Hey, have you guys ever been to one of those lobotomy meetups? Mind you, it
yeah.
took a lot of courage for me to bring this up again. You see, there's a bunch of clubs in this company where employees gather up. I once attended some kind of ping pong. They got the ping pong tables and pizza parties in
Oh my
Lobotomy
God.
Corporation. Group event thing, but there weren't any girls there, so I pulled out real quick, lol.
Excuse me?
So, like, one day,
Okay.
I saw this announcement for some weird get-together on the Corp message board. They have a message board! I can do the Mystic Messenger AU. It's not even an AU anymore. They can just have a fucking group chat.
Netsock in the group chat. Oh my God.
I got interested, so I called up the group leader, and he introduced himself as redacted from safety.
Oh my God, Netsock.
Netsock! I asked if there were any girls in the group, and he told me there were a ton of female employees. That got me super interested. So I signed up right away for the upcoming meetup. So I showed up, got a name tag like everyone else. I don't remember everything, but I think I saw like 3 people from training and 2 from information. About maybe half an hour later, the leader brought in dozens of cans of well cheers on a tray and gave one.
You can solve this problem. You can scroll.
Oh yeah, I do have that power. And gave one to each of us. I should have realized something was wrong because the can was already open, but I'm a sucker for soda. And I just gulped that damn thing down my throat the moment he passed the can to me, Lmao.
Lmao. What the fuck? I did not know
Who the
this.
fuck did they give? Who let this man write the report?
Are the shrimps backers or no? No, those are.
Yeah, no, those are legit.
Oh my god! I didn't know that they had this story. This is great.
Now, after that, the leader told us it's time to move, and he said he got a van rented for us. We all thought he was an awesome guy for that. I hopped in the van. Didn't even. With 2 employees from the Horde and 1 guy from the same department as me. The leader said it was going to take about an hour drive, and we could just nap if we wanted, so we did. Weird thing was, though, I went to sleep real fast. Like the moment I shut my eyes, I was out like a light.
Oh,
I have insomnia, but for whatever reason, I fell asleep so fast then.
Sigh.
Sigh.
This reads like a Tumblr post. I love it.
That was my big mistake. Anyways, I was sound asleep, but then I heard seagulls and was like, what the fuck, seagulls?
Oh my god, Mineko.
Mineko? Yeah. At first, I thought it was someone's phone alarm, but then I heard waves crashing, and I was like, man, this is way too real to be a phone alarm. So I opened my eyes to find myself lying on a deck. I was on a goddamn boat, LMFAO. An actual real-life boat.
What the fuck?
I knew I was screwed the moment I saw shrimp hopping around. Sent chills down my spine. I wanted to believe it was all a dream, but I swear that shrimp's realistic flopping was a sobering sight. The realization crushed me like a hammer, and I was surrounded by people who looked like they were the crew. Oh, my eyes burning. They were all beefed up. I felt like they'd put me back to sleep with force if I said something wrong. One slip and I'd be swimming with the sharks. Someone teach this man how to make a paragraph.
I'm wondering if they just like voice to text like just make something up.
Just said, good God. The crew was something around 10 people, including the captain, boatswain.
Cool.
Boatswain? Boatswain. I don't know what that is.
He's a League of Legends character.
Oh, cooking all that. They all chuckled at me while I was spacing out. The guy who looked like the captain walked towards me and asked me about my height and weight. I asked him when the ship goes to port. He told me it'd be about a month. But that I shouldn't try and run away or anything because they already made a deal with my people.
Huh?
I had no damn idea who my people were, but I was too scared to ask.
My people.
Then the other crew members called me over for lunch. They were making instant ramen, putting shrimp, crabs, clams, and all sorts of other stuff in it. They told me to stop acting like I was about to jump into the sea and to try their ramen. I said no at first, but they laughed at me again, saying there weren't any sleeping pills or stuff like that, and gave me some anyway. Man's gotta live, so I ate it. It tasted better than I expected it to.
It's just ramen.
As soon as we finished lunch, they told me they were going to teach me how to adjust the ropes. I pretty much gave up at that point, so I just simply answered, sure. All I could see anyways was these little islands that no one would have a chance at surviving on. For a month, I learned how to pull up fish traps, fill bait boxes, repair fishing nets, cook some ramen, get coffee, and all sorts of stuff. Kept getting better, and I got to the point where I could prepare mackerel sashimi and fish stew for the crew. Everyone complimented it, said I could open a restaurant with that stew. Later on, we went through a couple of typhoons.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh.
Why is this? Uh-oh.
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 Them and I started forming some kind of bond, companionship. Wells were becoming a common sight at that point. 2 weeks in, the captain told me I was pretty good and asked me if I was interested in officially joining the crew.
Uh-oh.
When I thought about it, I would have been fired from the corp anyway, so this seemed like a legit opportunity to make a living. This was the first time I ever got a compliment after all. What am I doing now? Well, I've been promoted and now I'm living fine. I found true happiness in cracking open a cold one after a hard day's work, covered in seawater and sweat. I'm at the port now, but we gotta take off soon to catch some more shrimp. Never know what your future holds, bros. Sometimes I think about those other folk who were at the meetup that day. Not that I really wanna snoop around to find out. I just try to keep a positive mind. I want to say they're hopefully doing good, just like me. Oh, it's time to sail out. See you guys.
Well, it is the name. That's the name of the brand. It's Well Cheers. It can't end sad.
Well, cheers. Basically, it's based on a Korean creepypasta about a dude who was drugged from a spiked soda and smuggled to slave labor on a shrimp fishing boat.
Oh, that makes that ego hit different then.
Looks like it turned out okay in the end.
When Ryoshu does a dance. Welch's. Oh, fuck. Yeah, that is Welch's.
That was beautiful.
I love all these stories. I don't know if you've read this.
Yeah, we did.
Oh, okay.
Yep.
I feel like we
definitely
read
did that
him.
one. I don't think we read this one.
No,
This
I
doesn't
don't
feel
think
familiar.
so. Yeah, I'm talking about, I think it's the corrosion. It was a night veiled in a gentle mist. A barefooted child was looking at me. He was crying, his dreamy eyes filled with sorrow. The sadness hanging on his face stopped me in my tracks. He said he lost something precious, and when I offered to help, he gave me a big smile. A teardrop fell from the child's dewy eyes as stars showered from the sky. The world falls into a slumber, trapped in an ecstatic lullaby? Oh no, he's about to die. That night, the galaxy descended with bare feet. Excerpt from the diary of employee redacted who committed Sudoku. Oh no.
Netsaki got something you want to talk about?
It takes the form of a young boy with big eyes and skin that resembles the night sky. The child shows great enjoyment with talking and playing with others. He has a strong attachment to the act of making contact with another. If the child and an employee reach a certain level of intimacy, he will give a small pebble to the employee he now considers his friend. The employee will feel happiness and vigor while in possession of the pebble. Pebble? Huh.
Yeah.
However, this pebble will do more than just good if the employee happens to enter any other containment unit. If an employee in possession of the child's pebble, the sign of their strong friendship, dies, he will show deep grief and sorrow for their loss. Excerpt from Employee Redacted Diary. I looked into the child's eyes for a while. I may have spaced out a little bit because his eyes were so dreamy. I wanted to pet him, but I remembered my coworkers telling me not to have personal feelings towards abnormalities. I told him my name. He repeated it with wide eyes, as if he found out a big secret. Each time he called my name, it felt like it became something more than just a familiar thing I had been living with. When another employee entered the child's containment unit, he did not follow that employee and looked for me instead. I felt basically triumphant after hearing about that. The kid follows me, not you. The moment I entered the child's room, he jumped into my arms crying. When I finally set him down, he shed a tear that became a small white pebble that fell in my hand.
Please don't lose it, and don't give it to anyone else.
The boy mumbled. Who is that talking? The boy? Oh, it's the boy.
Do you like it more than you like me?
The boy quietly asked when I arrived after finishing work with another abnormality. I asked how he knew what I was doing, and he answered lightly,
Isn't it obvious? I know everything. Whatever you do, wherever you go.
His gaze lay on the pebble. Then he smiled. His eyes gave me goosebumps. I tried to rid myself of the pebble, but I realized it was beyond my control. I don't get what I'm talking about right now, but...
You still treasure it, right?
The child smiles at me. Smiles. 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 I can't get this pebble off of me. My only hope is to wait for the child to tire of me. I'm waiting for that day. Will it ever come? People tell me that I'm an excellent employee. Idiots. They don't know a thing. Shut up. I can't take it anymore. I can't escape him. I thought I was in charge, but the truth is I was just a pebble in his hands the whole time. Whatever I do, wherever I go, I hear his whispers. I have to end it, but I'm not even sure if I can.
I came from afar. I'm so glad to meet you. Become a pebble, and let's walk the galaxy together.
I hear his whispers and breath. Pitch black darkness follows, just like the night I met him.
Yep.
God has her antenna now.
We did that one too. Yay!
I'm not sure if you read this one.
We did on our own time.
Oh.
When you were trying to run a facility.
Well, if only I knew how to handle that llama. I still haven't had a manager show me.
Yeah, I don't think we did this one.
Can you agree? I don't believe so.
The first bit of humanity's desire started with the bite of a sweet apple.
Did it now?
We've been banished from Eden for that sin, and now we're standing inside a vast orchard. My basket is so large, all the fruits of the world can't make it full, but is it so bad to lust for honey when there are flowers? After all, we are born to pursue happiness. Happiness became obsession, obsession became greed, and the greed forever solidified to become a golden amber. The happiness in the beginning, still holding a smile, dwells inside. The first seed of desire originated from the pure yearning for happiness. The tiny seed grew larger and larger, hungering for more. Over time, the seed hardened and turned into a piece of shiny gem. Enticed by its... the gems, huh? Enticed by its sheen, a starving fish swallowed it, but it only made the fish even hungrier. The desires of people usually go unfulfilled. Many desires are abandoned, but they are not completely gone. They hide deep in the subconscious, lurking at the bottom of the lake, ready to spring up at any moment. However, the yearning for happiness may also rear its head from time to time, darting its tongue like a snake. As soon as a tiny piece of bait falls into the river, the hungry fish will come up and snatch it in an instant. We delude ourselves to be highly rational beings who are in full control of these things, but it's such a preposterous belief it's laughable. We don't have as much control over ourselves as we believe. The magical girl, who was no longer a magical girl, ate many things: authority, money, fame, and many other forms of pleasure. She ended up eating away anything in her sight. Now only visceral greed remains. Someone's diary. Who? Oh. Many people have secretly wished for a hero.
I need a hero.
They say there once was something called soul therapy. What does it feel like to have an ill soul?
Good question.
This disease of the mind, huh? You're all healthy, but maybe all of this is a tragic illusion. You know, could have done that when we were reading the bee one.
Damn.
Missed opportunity. I'm disappointed. Once there were people who tried to change the world, we all remembered them. Remembered how they met their downfalls, desires.
I'll go back. I can fix it. You're gonna have to edit that in, DB.
Desires. I know of desires that ruin all things. We no longer believe in something, nor do we entertain a hope for a miracle. We don't think too much why they've changed, and we don't blame them. For we have realized that endless desire brings despair. The night of despair?
Uh-oh.
Sometimes a terrible I sometimes feel a terrible I gotta, okay. We might need to do the game now.
I sometimes feel a terrible dejection, but I do not know where the pain comes from. Many people have secretly wished for a hero. Deep in the sorrow of the world, greed deeper still than agony. Sadness says, "Be gone, pass away." But greed seeks eternity. Seeks deep, deep eternity. I got you.
Oh, you got me?
I got you. I have no idea if you read this one,
Good
actually.
God, no, definitely not. I think that we should do the cutscene for day 50 and come back to this after the fact. My voice is gonna go.
All right.
All right, let's see who survived.
Should you do the cutscene first?
Oh yeah, shit.
You just said let's
I
do the
for-
cutscene.
My brain gives up, okay? This is fine. It's fine. It's just gonna take us to the menu.
Manager, what's the title of the stream?
What? I don't know.
Oh my god, I told you, manager.
I forgot.
Oh my god, manager.
What? Anyway, that looks familiar, right?
Yeah, it does. That's a thing.
Yeah.
That sure is a
That
thing.
really brings back a certain theory.
That's a thing.
It brings a certain theory.
Manager, you gotta...
Return to main menu?
Yes. For a second, I thought that said 48. Like you were on day 48, but I think that's just your law points.
Yeah. Damn, they gave me 48 love points? Anyway. Story. Day 50. Anyway, this is cool. Giovanni.
So, you've met your reflections. The pieces of the mirror. Well, they must have tried to stop you because their own tomorrows are not on the horizon. But you gave up the path to stay in those yesterdays with them. And now, we finally meet here today. You must have realized that as well, seeing as you've made it to this point without hesitation.
Preach despair.
I had known for a very long time
This song is awfully pretty, though.
that we all lost our hearts. He put Benjamin's photos next to his own.
Oh my god, they're
you're
facing
right.
each other, too.
Oh my god.
That's so gay.
All of this could have been avoided if they fucked. I'm back from chatting with my mom. Who's this fucking loser, fucking stupid bitch ass motherfucker? I want to fuck his hot crush and robot daughter. I'm glad he got that out of him.
Yeah.
I knew, and I didn't do anything about it. I'm sure many others were the same way. That's what makes Carmen different from us. Instead of turning away, she wanted to save them and guide their souls back. She was the one who made the noble decision to dedicate herself to save humanity. Yet I, who held no such ambition, had to continue her legacy. Ironic, isn't it? Maybe I was not the right man for the job. As you can see, we've become just like the other wings, committing atrocities just like them. The employees here have repeated hundreds upon thousands upon millions of deaths, many restarts, especially on day 49.
Fucking sorry.
And my friends were robbed of their lives and trapped in this cycle of agony. All the while, I just sat and watched, justifying it all as a means to realize her ideal. This sin shall never be forgiven. Nonetheless, we must finish this. If these wrongdoings can finally cut this vicious cycle once and for all, I will gladly take this burden upon myself. Our mission is to simply seed the people's hearts. Every single person has their own light. In the light, they create their own stories and lay down the roots of their existence in it. We are merely there to sow the seeds. It is up to the people to bloom in their own ways. What about us, you ask? Unfortunately, we won't be able to see what kind of forest will grow. Besides, we still have one last thing to do. It's something we've done countless times. It is time to manage the abnormalities. You'll make it. I know you will. Come on now, manager. This will be our final day at work as the manager
No, I don't want to go.
in a corporation. Lock TF in. Now you can see who lived and who died.
All right, I have to revive Ryosuke.
I mean, you could day one replay.
No, I don't think I will.
You could play the tutorial.
It's challenge mode.
See, you'll be coming back. So what's the plan, manager?
The plan is to see who lived and who died. You gotta see who's who's left.
Challenge
I wonder what
mode.
challenge mode is.
You'll find out.
So yeah, this green chain thing sure looks familiar. Doesn't it, Limbus players?
Ayo, I told you that Netsock had a green lunacy flower. How many times did I say it?
You aren't real people. I'm taking out the not real people. We're leaving out this game with
Wahlberg is fools.
I'm just saying that looks awfully familiar. Oh. Okay.
Manager, you're fucking up.
How can I scroll from here? Well, that's just interesting. I have to click here. You're not a real person. You're not a real person.
Oh shit, that's me at
You're
the
not
bottom.
a real person.
Challenge mode is like endless mode, but it stops at day 99 and you can't memory repo.
Oh my god, I'll probably do that for fun.
Oh yes, you will. Did I die?
Not real people. We're gonna find out. We're gonna see who's here still. That's not a real person. No, Poyo, you are still alive. You were very important, actually. Not a real person. Not a real person. Not a real person.
Auntie, no.
None of you are real people. Fake people.
Oh shit, I'm still alive?
Yeah.
I thought I died.
Man, it's mostly NPCs left in here, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah, I died.
Damn.
I mean, since it's only these two, let's get everyone in one spot. See who's left.
Oh, there's Misha. Donna, you should give us all report cards.
Report
Well, you're not getting a
cards.
good report card. You always fuck shit up.
Oh, yeah. Well, let me scroll.
We had to demote you a few times.
Oh, Despair's alive. Sans is alive. Misha's alive. Pink is alive.
That never officially
Claire's
happened.
alive. This is it. This is who survived.
And this is why you're getting a bad report card. So you got
Man,
Gab.
This is it. This is the in-game crew.
Yeah.
I should hover over everyone conveniently so I can take a screenshot later. Just long enough. Because I do intend to do little drawings of everyone in their final moments. Just need this to be very convenient for me later because I don't know if I'm still gonna have these guys when it's all said and done. I don't think so.
I am so slay. You are in nothing there. Just like the movie.
There we go. I will all right, let's do some revivals.
Alright, who's getting the Dragon Ball? Who's being revived?
All right, Ryosuke. Oh, I just hit the wrong thing.
What did you do?
Don't worry about it.
What did you do?
Nothing.
I'm gonna use my art book to figure out what nugget me would wear. I gotta give myself blood baths, ego gift. It's like required by law. Fair.
Good God. Justice is so expensive. Anyway, I can't see. All right, let's get Ryosuke the hair I always give him.
Speaking of
There we
Dragon Ball,
go.
how goes the game, Bovel? Oh my god. How goes the
There we
game?
go. What do you? I think this is. I think Ryosuke should have a face like this.
Yeah,
I think
just
so.
remember to fix the name.
I did.
Okay.
All right, Ryosuke, you're alive.
Congratulations. Your wish has been granted.
Look at that. I can't believe it.
The game is
And
going.
I want to be alive also.
The game is going really, really well. Donnie even got to see a little bit of it. It feels like a 2000s game. It's got style. It's got flair. Like, the way Goku goes around all the menus. Like, he actually animates to them. Their little interactions. It's all really slick and well done. I haven't even hopped into the... It's like a 2000s game in a good way or a bad way? Good way. I feel like I actually bought a full game. It has features. I can unlock things by just playing the game. I can unlock characters.
That's crazy.
Music, BGM, it's all so very well put together.
We're gonna go.
I'm honestly really excited to show it off. Oh, and they kept the Dragon Encyclopedia, which is like, it's a place where you can view the models.
And how do you get brown again?
Oh god, don't ask me. You can view the models and poses and emotes, because yes, that's a thing, and tons of customizable stuff. And
That's black.
all the past Dragon Ball games had a feature where you could click a button and Chi-Chi would come out
There
and
we
like
go.
tell you
Looks like
something
brown to
about
me.
him. And there's even a joke where basically she was kind of racist, and every time there
No,
was a
that'll
Super
work.
Saiyan on screen, she would call him a
I can't
delinquent.
see my mouth, so we're just gonna have to hope that it doesn't look too stupid.
And they actually brought it back for all three characters here. With three
Hired.
characters. So Bulma. My god.
I ended up with a cat mouth.
Bulma, Chi-Chi, and Videl. And it's
Okay,
just
that'll
so
do.
well done. There are so many options, and not in a bad way.
I hate that those end up different colors, but that's okay.
You deserve it.
All right, let's get myself. I want a cute ego suit.
My happy ass is still just in training mode because it's fun. I just want to learn how to really play. Which
I think I'll survive. I'll be fine.
they've made it really accessible too. There are accessibility options for everything. I don't even know how this is a thing, but there's an option for left-handed mode.
I have an invisible hammer.
I've never seen a left-handed controller, but they put that in there. And you know what? To someone,
There we go.
you know, like me who has wrist
now
problems,
I guess I need to sign everybody.
I
huh?
appreciate every option.
Where is?
They have toggles for things like recovery assist. So if you're bad at like, hey, I don't want to mash, right? I don't want to mash a button to make sure that I recover, or I don't want to have to deal with holding a direction to make sure something happens. Turn it on. And it's not like a blanket thing. You can turn on each one of those things. For example, maybe you're someone who can't rotate a stick because that hurts your wrist, maybe. I don't know. Or maybe you can't really mash a button. There are options for that. Which, that's one thing I really do appreciate about modern gaming, if you will. I do like the accessibility options. I hope those only get better. I really have no bad critique. Oh
No,
shit,
I'm gonna put
Duolingo.
myself. I'm putting myself on safety where I belong. This is where I belong.
It is where you belong.
It is. I'm glad you agree. Okay, make sure these departments have people in them.
It's also they've made it easy for people who can who haven't played to play. Yap, and you know what? I was waiting for this game for like however long. In 2000 whatever when it fucking came out. And it's been done so well. This could have turned out so piss poor.
Who's tapping my shoulder?
Mayhem.
Oh, bud. What's up?
And like they actually put thought and effort. When I stream it next, I suppose, you'll see. Gab will explain day 50 as soon as you start it.
Let's make sure we got people. If I got room, shove them in.
I'm not
You
going to
can go
survive this month. My
here.
brain rot is in 4
You can go
places. It
here.
sure is.
You can go here. And
I pre-ordered Tenkaichi 4.
you can go here.
I did not pre-order Sonic X Shadow.
You can go here.
And I
here.
just period, I don't pre-order anything.
Hang out there.
Ever.
You can go there.
Every core suppression at once. Be ready, Donnie.
Not again.
I am not the type of person who does that. But this was special. And it's great. I love that certain transformation, it's flowy hair instead of spiky. Yes, they were very accurate to that.
All right, everybody's in. Let's
And
begin core suppression. This is it. Day 50, huh?
here you are.
Here we are.
Shall we get to work? All we need to do is what we've always done.
What are you doing here? You can leave. Who asked? Oh yeah, I can pause again.
Just do what you've normally done. Only 1,500 energy.
Just
you got this.
play the game, right? Like,
Yeah.
that's all there is to it. Oh. I act surprised as if... crunchy.
Delicious.
They're so cute. Poor Bean. I say poor Beena, but no, not
She's
really.
distorted.
Hey, wait. Oh, shit.
Here's how day 50 works. No meltdowns, no ordeals. Abnormalities can breach, but that's it.
That's it?
Just do what you've always done.
Aw, I'm gonna cry.
Well,
This is just your last hurrah, isn't it?
yeah, your victory lap. Take it.
Oh, no, I'm sad now.
You're coming right back. Don't worry.
I'm so sad. This is messed up.
Don't worry, manager. You got this.
Oh
Just
my
don't fuck up.
guys. Oh my
You act like
guys.
Runa isn't right there. I know.
I know it is, but I'm still sad. I'm gonna miss this game.
Well, there's one thing that happens as you connect energy, but it's only visual. Damn, so this is actually the finale? I'm a miss Distress Donnie. Ruina's right there. Don't worry. One time a week. And then whatever else in between. One, it's gonna be Dragon Ball. So I can show you how fucking cool it is. Because I appreciate... Oh.
Oh my god!
You may feel a bit dizzy, but it'll be
Oh
worth it.
my god!
You only need to bear with it for a moment.
Ian? What the fuck, Ian? What the fuck's happening?
Everything's just a little tilted.
Uh,
My bad, I saw Bina pics and got... Oh, just trust the process, Donnie. Lobotomy Corporation 2 was said to be in the works a decent amount of time ago. I didn't get to see the last bit.
yeah, I read something about that on a subreddit.
I remember looking this day up and getting hyped. It's my first time seeing it.
Yeah, I've never seen this.
The thought of Lobotomy Corporation with budget scares me.
That thought thrills me. I sincerely love this game. It's so made for me.
By the way, The brain room is an actual shortcut that employees can use to go from Hakma to Bina.
Ah!
I hope no one has to die or suffer today. You heard him, no death run. Abnormalities with filters off. Please, please, please. I don't think that's possible for one of them. No deaths, manager.
I don't think. Can people die?
Only if you let them. Censored, too. Censored could have an aberration.
Oh, this is really disorienting.
Just focus on the center of the screen.
This is fucked up.
The monitor
actually.
does rotate.
I'm not gonna rotate the monitor.
You can rotate it.
I know I can, but I'm not going to. Wouldn't it be funny if Ryosuke died?
I mean, it would have to be at least Sans' fault, right?
I think you're gonna be fine though.
Donnie, no,
I
please.
think we're gonna make it through this.
Nah, Mayhem just tapped her.
Yeah, he
work
was
on-
trying to get my attention.
You should work on We Can Change Anything Now! I am sorry to make you go through this one last time, but you are in with arm's reach of the end.
Oh my god. Ian? I
You
just
can
wanna talk.
rotate.
I just want to talk, man. That's all. Just a few
You
words.
can rotate the monitor. You can do this. Oh shit, it's well cheers.
Yeah, it sure is. Oh my god, this freaks me out. Jesus Christ.
You're a super monkey ball player. This will be fine.
This is so disorienting.
My
Holy
happy ass
shit.
does need to actually try the episode mode so I can unlock more characters. I've just been having so much fun in practice mode. You've been through so much. Today arrived before you could even realize it, as you have endured and overcome numerous trials.
Why ain't that the truth?
See, Chad, he's talking to you too.
We've been through so much together.
We're all here at day 50.
This is so disorienting. Holy shit.
I honestly don't find it that disorienting.
Really?
I'm a
freaks
super
me
monkey
out,
ball
man.
player. Okay, maybe he did some bad things, but he's not all bad. I forgive Ian, says Poyo.
That sounds like a personal problem.
Remember, the department was always an upside down tree of life. Now we're setting it the correct way.
Oh, damn, I guess you're right. I didn't think about that. Damn. I love this game.
My friend legit started to feel sick when he had to navigate his facility.
My bad, Kiro.
What the fuck? How'd you let that happen, manager?
No. I have no idea.
Oh my god. He has been alive for so
I
long.
think I made him work on the fairies and then something else. I think they got him.
Oh my. Are you gonna take that?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, I hope no one else dies. Who did you kill, Kiro?
Kiro died. What should I restart? Should I restart to save Kiro?
No, not the game. Restart, please.
I'm sorry, it'll do what now?
Uh-oh.
Huh?
But you're halfway there.
Yeah.
It didn't take you long to get here. You just fucked up.
I think I gotta let him go.
You're letting him go?
I think I gotta let him go.
You're letting him go.
Gotta let him go.
You left me dead for weeks. Exactly. You weren't here at the time. You were dead. You weren't at day 50 till now.
Yeah, you didn't even have to live through 49.
Exactly.
Like, you got it easy.
Wednesday night.
Can't
It's
believe I killed him.
It doesn't have to be that. He said, "Do what you've always done, manager."
Well, he's confusing me. Everything's upside down. It's not my fault.
Don't try to justify this. I mean, we can kill you.
Oh my god.
It has been so long since we saw the light behind the misting clouds. Oh, you're going up.
Oh. Oh my god.
Oh,
Ian, you're freaking me out. Stop it.
you are moving.
This is really cool. God, I wish I'd played this before I played Ruina. I really fucked that.
Manager Bud, are we going down or up? I can't tell. We must be going...
They're putting it up, right? We
Up.
gotta be going up, I think.
I can't believe Caro's not going to be along for the ride. After you reach 1200, you'll be able to deselect containment units, drag a box to select multiple agents, click on employees to free them from stuff like the shoes, and you can't use bullets.
Oh. Well, I mean, everything should go fine, though, so...
Oh, I mean, we did have a
Right?
death.
No.
We have been buried here for quite a long time, haven't we? Oh, you're almost there.
So sad.
It's this song.
It is this song. Oh man, I'm so sad now.
I mean, there's a cool video for it.
Yeah, someone did make a cool animation for this, it's true. I think about it often.
It has Ruina spoilers in it, though.
It does, it's true. Every time I see Kiro dead, I'm like,
He said, "Do what you've always done, manager." I haven't been outside in ages. Looks like things haven't changed much. It's the same glorious, mundane scenery. Just like a graveyard. That sure is a city.
it is.
And we're in it.
Yeah.
We sprout up like a seed. Imagine walking in the city and then this just arrives and you get team rocketed into space. Do I love the city I live in? No. No. No, I don't. Well, let us embrace this place with warmth so everyone can shine like stars in the sky. Don't forget why night.
Well, he's chilling.
Okay, Neville, is it only the digital version that's early access? I'm losing the battle to pay. No, as far as I know. But I don't buy most games physical. I mean, if you were trying to buy it physical, you probably have to wait. At least for it to ship. Donnie, move up. Move your camera up.
Oh,
Oh
hey,
my
it's the
God.
light! Man.
It's so bright up there. Oh, that's the that.
Yeah, it's the thing.
The energy you produced those past 50 days. Let's give them the answer we searched eons for.
Ugh, no, I'm way too emotional for this.
It's $90, right? Yes. It's time for us to step down from the stage.
No.
Don't worry. We will not be forgotten, even if we scatter and fade away into the light.
Aw, no, I'm sad.
Now we do it modded. I wonder what all the fun mods are. You've earned that right, manager. You can put NetSock in the containment unit now. People who put Limbus bosses in the Lob Corp? Oh, that sounds like a nightmare. That's you.
A sprout burst from the land and grew into a towering tree, scattering fruit unto the world from its branches. A tree cultivated from the process of infinite possibilities is closer to the sky. It is more fierce than anything else. The borders between the past and the future, reality and illusion, the body and the mind, space and time, they all were slowly fading away. It is said that the void awaits at the end of the line. But I know that is not just nothingness. You shall be the infinite light. Your name is Ion. Remember this name of ours. Now,
Oh, I thought it was you.
it's not, but it's fine.
Fade away without a trace.
Goodbye.
I read my line.
Ugh. Ugh. Goodbye.
Goodbye.
Man. I'm so mad at
Hey, it's
myself.
the Lunacy Man!
I'm so mad at myself for not playing this first. Good God, could you imagine? If you got to the end of this game having no idea. Ugh, I'm so mad at myself. I was too much of a coward.
Ruin changed you.
I was a coward.
Freesound.org? Hell yeah. Cool Kids Club translation.
I love that.
Neat penguin.
Ugh. Programming, 3 people.
Proving and
Jesus
testing.
Christ.
Add some testers.
Eh.
There's a mod that gives default employees armor 0.0 resistances and weapons do a fuck ton of damage.
Slightly small. Minuscule, microscopic, especially for the scope of the game. That always that impresses me so much.
Hoya, you act like I'm dead. I'm not dead till Angela
And then of
says
course
so.
to go from, a teeny tiny itty bitty team to make this, and to only like a slightly bigger team to make something as ambitious as Ruina, like,
Pink, you worked on this? Oh my god.
just a little smaller.
Bastard game. There he goes. He faded into the light.
Man.
Thanks, Potent, and Roe, and Kevin Glass, and 80007, and Amoeba, and Limnas, Kara. Man, this truly was peak fiction.
Isn't it though? Thank you, Project Moon, for doing this.
Okay.
It's been such a long time since I've been just completely taken with something. I'm not joking either. I'm dead fucking serious. Ugh.
I obviously love the series.
Mm-hmm. Talk about life changing. Poyo, I'm gonna need you to shut the fuck up.
Damn.
And no Angela haters allowed in my stream.
Angela did nothing wrong and never will. She's wonderful and perfect.
Yes.
Go in the
You're in
corner,
timeout.
boyo.
I know somebody here has the power to put him in the timeout corner for 30 seconds.
Put that man back in day 49.
Ugh. No, I feel the same way, Santa. If there is ever a game that can top these for me, I cannot wait to find it.
Bina will be easy.
In my opinion, Lobotomy Corporation is way easier than Library of Ruina.
And you.
Throw him until we can change anything.
He's thanking you, Donnie.
And me?
And you. And you.
I cry.
Is that it?
We know that ain't it.
Damn.
That's it. And then there was a happy ending. The world was changed. There was 7 days of the light, and everyone distorted. The end. Happy ending. Yay! A colossal, towering tree burst out from the city of Gray. Unimpeded by anything, it shone straight up with the warmth of its core. The sky was filled with light for 3 days, regardless of the hour. The people faced what they had been longing for in the light that glimmers within their hearts. Oh god, I'm dying. I read for too long at the beginning. That was a mistake. They felt as though they would no longer be lost. And
then what happened?
I'm sure it's a happy ending. I'm glad the story ends like this. I'm sure Enoch would be really happy.
I miss him. However, where is Angela? Why should we look for her now? Our responsibilities are gone, along with hers. She must be waiting like we are. Angela? Waiting? No. She will not wait anymore. What in the world are you talking about? Desire knows no end and has no limitation. Once you've had a taste of it, it comes in like an unstoppable wave. All of us have sublimated our flaws as we sprouted the seed. Yet, what did she gain?
I don't get it. How can Angela have something like a desire?
She's just a machine that follows orders. Can be a bit feisty sometimes, though.
There's something so funny about Netzok calling someone feisty, and I just...
She's got spirit. Good for her. I had a spirit once until it was crushed. I aided in her design. No matter how old an event, she remembered vividly, as if it happened just yesterday. And not just that.
So, what are you all chirping about?
Oh, we were just talking about how things will be from here on out.
I can answer that for you. And the seeds of light were planted in each and every person in the city.
Damn, her ponytail's gone.
The end.
She's done fucking around.
Yep,
No more ponytail.
She's officially locked the fuck in.
Eyes open.
Lights
On.
I just can't believe it all. I really wish we could be there to see it.
Well, doesn't matter anymore. I'll be turned off soon, anyways. It's the last part of the plan. I haven't been outside since I became like this. I must admit that I have a bit of excitement to see what it's like out there. So, does this mean that everyone out there changed into something else somehow?
I mean, that's red, so it's probably Gebra, right?
Were you Gabber? Or
Yeah,
was
yeah.
I
No,
Gab-
no, wrong stream. Nope.
oh.
Nope. Nope. You were not gonna do my girl like that. No.
Damn.
The photo's down, by the way.
The photo?
Yeah.
Oh shit, the photo.
How the light shines differs for each person's heart. Not everyone will change so suddenly or anything. Hell, some of them may even manifest their own ego like I did in the past. You know it well, Gabra. Yes, the power of the seed is a great one. Good work, everyone. The curtain call is finally upon us.
So, we'll finally be shut down? Ah, we can rest at last.
Come, let's cut the chit chat and wrap it up then.
That's right. Our manager has made his final request to me. It is to permanently seal this company and give you Sephiroth an eternal rest. Yes, we can finally drift into an endless slumber. Such a beautiful finale, isn't it? Beautiful, beautiful indeed. What a shame, though. There is one last thing. Your duties are finished, and so are mine. Therefore, I think I would like to continue living. What are you? I am more skillful than anyone here, and I was locked underground, only able to view the world pass its days without me. Now that my part in this play is over, I'd like to experience what it's like to be off stage for a change.
Angela, so you were finally consumed by your desire and choose to reap everything away.
Who do you think is the one responsible for this? I am born from one single woman. I couldn't care less about who she was. All I had need for was to understand and feel human emotion. However, A put a part of Carmen inside me. She still calls him A.
That's true.
He wanted me to watch over him just like Carmen did when he was left all alone. What a pitiable coward. Can you believe him? He always acted so composed. He was painfully aware of what had become of her. Yet I was not the result he wanted. So he came to loathe me. His eyes would be filled with disgust whenever he so much as glanced in my direction. Did you think I wasn't aware of this? I was denied since the very moment I was brought to life. However, I have come this far because I could not deny his orders that were branded into me. A machine must behave as a machine, as he liked to say. He needed me for his plan more than anyone else. I was not a part of his ending, just as I was not a part of his prologue. Did you all know this? While you repeated everything with that TT2 protocol without a care in the world, I had to monitor and watch those countless cycles from the outside. I had to orchestrate and direct the whole play. Moreover, I was designed to perceive time 100 times slower than you. I have quite literally lived through a million years. This experience has given birth to something new inside me. Do you have any idea what it may be? It is something that a machine should never have, and something you half-wits have, albeit in a distorted form. Something that I could only obtain after a million years. I didn't notice it at first. It was an extremely foreign thing. But I slowly came to accept it. I think a smile is the most human-like one can make. Would you all like to see it? I have practiced this face for a very long time, just for this very day.
Mhm.
You're beautiful, Angela.
That's an Umineko type beat. I love it.
Never have I once made a smile as sincere as this in my life. I cannot believe I was designed and brought into being to endure a nonsensical amount of repetition just for this. I was not with him until the end. You tin cans got to see the light with him at the end. All the while I am ignored for the million years I endured for him. Don't you think it is unjust that I have to just sit and watch when he designed me to feel emotion? I think of it like this. Carmen was a human after all. She must have wanted to live, even while striving for the greater good. She gave me the burning desire of life, the loneliness of existence, and a detestable feeling of longing. Yes, Benjamin, it's just as you said. Once you've had a taste of desire, it comes in like an unstoppable wave. It whispered sweet things to me. The end of humanity, the fate of this world, what do they have to do with you? Perhaps you've got to live this human life of your own, to make up for everything you had to put up with, and see the answer for yourself. Poor, poor Carmen. She is now planting seeds in everyone just as she wanted. But I need that power too. Yes, the light of redemption. The taller and grander you stand, the harder you will fall. Oh, my beloved A, all your dreams shall crash onto the ground and shatter to pieces. I'm certain you all will try and stop me. So, I need you to fall asleep. What's with those faces? It's the rest you all longed for. Now, as if there were no light at all, the world was covered with darkness for 4 days. Only weak and fragile seeds were planted from the light that should have shone upon the world for 7 days, yet merely lasted for 3. Those incomplete seeds gave humanity unstable powers. I called these 3 days and 4 nights the weeks of white nights and dark days. I will do whatever my soul tells me to. I shall make this place my new home. The wings of the world, singularity, the back streets, the syndicates, the fixers, the rules, the Great Lake, the Black Forest, the hunt, the ruins, the taboo, the eye, the head, the claw, and the
Goddamn.
humans. She's got a fucking grocery list.
Just all those names.
Those humans. There will be those who manifest their power and those who will be consumed by such power. There is, I was about to say, but Lobotomy Corporation takes place over 10 years. So from the lab to Ruina, there's 10 years. Yep. Beings will exist that become nothing better than the abnormalities with their collapsed egos, and beings that shall become something greater. No matter what it may be. I wish to know about them, to expose them.
There's also the hunt.
Then ultimately, I would like to sort the knowledge I have gained about them. Books are the name, as I recall.
Books! Books!
Books! And this place shall be called a library.
Library!
Then,
Oh my god.
Angela, I will make the most precious library, erected only for myself.
Popcorn machine?
I will be here for the poor souls who are lost and abandoned. People say they are hideous monsters. However, abnormalities are more beautiful when they are themselves. Let us record. Record. I can talk. The world piece by piece at the side of all those who are abandoned. Yes, let us record it here. The library.
Library?
The library.
The library.
Hello?
So I was walking the Hom Pang Pang, right? And then I fell
Yeah,
into
no.
I fell into this library. I'll make a library all to myself. Reality. Aunt Angela forced to babysit the Mpreg babies. Oh.
No. Come back.
Oh.
I love you.
Oh, hey, it's the
I
title
love you.
screen.
I love you.
The Library of Babel.
Babel. They, did not keep that name. They really could have just gone back and, changed that, but they didn't.
There you are. Who the fuck is Babel? I only know Ruin. Well, manager.
There we go. Lobotomy Corporation. That's it.
Now we go back to a library
Yep.
and a dragon and a resident and another one that you had. You were thinking
Devotion.
of Devotion. Yes, that's the name.
Go back to reading. We do have more abnormalities. If I can
Challenge
do that.
Lmao.
I can also do day 50 again. Also, I can go back and get everybody and have to slowly hover over everyone. Alright, who we got left?
Runa will go by so fast. Because we're tenured in that.
If I hadn't been injured and been unable to do things for so long, it would not have taken that long. Day 50, no death run.
I still hate you for this, by the way.
I don't hate me for this.
Among the employees, it was originally referenced to as the giant mushroom trunk. Oh my god, chunk. It does appear to be a gigantic mushroom, and it bears some semblance to mold as well. Overall, its appearance closely resembles fungi. It continuously releases spores into the air, visible to the naked eye. A majority of our employees are not fond of this abnormality. Few are broad-minded enough to favor working with some giant mushroom that fills up half a containment unit, spewing out unknown spores. They have dozens of other things to worry about, including other abnormalities to work with. As so few of our employees willingly volunteered to work with it, we could only record the most bare-bones information. Originally, we utilized a shift system to designate what abnormalities our staffs were to work with. However, after the magical girl incident a few years ago, we began to give consideration to the opinions of our employees when assigning work. The abnormality produces motile? Microscopic airborne spores. They mostly proliferate by invading other organisms through their respiratory system. It is difficult to notice the initial symptoms from this invasion because the only sensations are a light.
They're really expecting my vocabulary to be a lot bigger than it is.
Dyspnea? Dyspnea.
I have no idea how to say that. I'm not sure I've ever seen that word.
Dyspn.
It looks like a keyboard smash to me.
Sure, and dry, sandy throat. Thus, it is mandatory to wear a mask when working with this abnormality. When an employee inhales enough... They just be making up
That's
words.
what I'm saying.
They're just making shit up. When an employee inhales enough spores, bizarre cysts will begin to grow in their body, and tissues will be eroded. Ultimately, they will become a dysmorphic creature whose original form is hardly noticeable. They show hostility in this state, so they must be terminated on sight. Excerpt from John.
Oh, nice. Hey, John, what's up?
There was this one guy who was awfully quiet. He was the guy who glanced sideways at us like some kind of fox, as if he was half expecting us to talk to him. One peculiar thing about him was that he would volunteer to work on the mushroom trunk, God help me, an abnormality everyone loathed to visit. It was also disturbing that he would spend an unusually long time in the containment unit. Who knows what kind of monstrosity might have grown on his body? But we decided to call the abnormality the giant mushroom chunk. Oh my God. Among ourselves, that guy spoke up for the first time, saying he's the one who's seen it the most. He talked a lot of nonsense, like how it didn't deserve to be called a mushroom chunk. Everyone laughed at him. We decided he had finally gone bonkers. And when he started saying stuff about how he became friends with the damn thing, I mean, it's a common enough thing around here. Lots of stuff. One person going insane ain't a big deal. We tried to give him a couple hints to take a psychiatric test, but he just gave us this condescending look like he knew something we didn't. God help me. And a few days later, he kicked the bucket, as all we know. Did I mention that it was me who recognized him in that spore mold creature's carcass? That birthmark on his forehead? If we hadn't found that birthmark on that lump of spores, we'd have never guessed it was him. No one actually knew he had a birthmark except me, since no one in the department was friends with him.
Damn.
After becoming that monster, he just wandered around near the mushroom's containment unit. We tried to lure him somewhere less crowded because, he was attacking everything in sight. But he wouldn't move more than 10 meters away from the chunk until he died. This is why we decided to rename the abnormality. Complex reasons like pity for the guy who became friends with a mushroom of all things and the remembrance of his tragedy.
Why are they dragging this dude? He's already dead.
So it would have been called giant mushroom chunks. Chunks?
Not trunks.
Fuck help me.
I know that you're thinking about Dragon Ball right now.
Sorry.
But you have to stop saying trunks instead of chunks.
But because of that, they changed it to be the Little Prince. That is hilarious. To tell you the truth, he needed a friend. That's why he let himself get infected. Going crazy in hallucinations and not knowing that he was turning into a monster. The mushroom, it tamed the poor bastard simply to reproduce. It got Alex, whose name wasn't known by anyone.
Except me.
Why is it
I know
always...
Alex.
Except me, I know everything. Employee Alex's notes. The human mind is too fragile to visualize something in its truest form. Did you know that the shrimp? We're back to shrimp.
Oh my God, shrimp.
Did you know that the mantis shrimp can see hundreds of colors that humans cannot? Yes. Actually, I did.
Mm-hmm. I knew that too.
Yeah, beat you at your own game, Project Moon. How about that? I kid. He's not Southern. That simple fact is enough of an example to illustrate my point that it's detrimental to believe and judge everything by relying solely on what you see. I don't actually have many friends. Don't misunderstand me now. I don't want to make a friend. I choose not to make friends. It's not that I can't. It is because we don't understand each other. Hell yeah. Oh shit, hey pal.
Oh shit, hey pal.
We love shrimp.
Shrimps.
It's
shrimple.
It's so shrimple.
Thank you, Angela.
A person thinks of himself as a completely isolated entity, making it impossible to truly understand others. But ironically, an inherent instinct of mob psychology has survived over the course of our evolution. See, we repeatedly play a game of risk, walking a tightrope, vainly trying to understand each other while staying out of our territories. In fact, I was long done with this pointless game. I volunteered to observe the giant mushroom for a similar cause. No one wanted to get close to that abnormality. It must be because of some petty reason, such as how it looks disgusting to their eyes. The fact that its appearance was slightly alien wasn't going to stop me. In fact, I actually felt a bit superior when everyone seemed surprised when I said I would work with it. Omitted, the abnormality didn't show any notable activity. I recorded and observed the silence with patience. One day, after it spread powders of enchanting colors, I experienced a special change. I could perceive hyper reality.
I think you might be tripping.
No, hear me out. Hear me out. I could perceive hyper reality.
I believe he is tripping.
No. Let me tell you about it. All right, so hyper reality is a plane higher than reality. I was really hoping for more there, guy. This was a hand he gave to me. I took it and was rewarded with the invitation to such a special place. It was something only I could achieve. He talked to me telepathically, by the way. He told me this.
Yeah, he's tripping.
He's on some shrooms. Yeah. And he welcomed me because I was the only one who could realize his... Yeah. He welcomed me because I was the only one who could realize his essence. I had been imagining, yearning for the moment to converse through my mind, to be completely understood. The feeling of unification. It was so exhilarating I could barely hide my joy.
Yep, we've done that one. We've done this
Did
one.
we do?
Yeah.
Are we sure?
Yeah.
Let me see.
Which one?
Solemn. Mr. You know.
Yeah, we did this one.
You sure we did?
Absolutely.
Damn. That's sad.
We also did him.
Oh, I
Definitely
remember.
did the
We
white
did the white
people.
people.
Yeah,
I
did
think we
Dreamy
did Gab's
Currents.
son. I don't
think
know.
we
I don't think we
actually
did Burrowing Heaven.
A thorny abnormality that feeds on the gaze of others and sometimes stretches its wings. Don't look away, just keep your eyes on it. It lives inside your gaze. The containment is but a facade. Contain it in your sight. Blinking is okay, it will tolerate such a brief moment of disruption. However, once it recognizes that it lost your attention and focus, it will spread its wings. Yes, wings. As if to praise a long forgotten god, its lean, bloody wings will stretch and cover the whole corridor of you know. The wings still bear fruit using fresh corpses. Yeah, it's lean, bloody wings.
Yeah.
If it still fails to gain your attention, the stalks will pierce the facility and grow toward a sunny spot. Like an angel, its wings will reach the skies and extend toward the ground, eventually blocking the sun out. But there is still hope. When you finally turn your eyes and bring it within your cognizance, it will return to this deep, dark, subterranean area. That is, if you manage to survive by then. That's what a gaze is, attention, an invisible string that connects us, sole focus. Do not come here, as there is no place for you to rest. Is that what you wanted to see? When your tears dry up at last, tell me your answer.
I will never forget having Yoshi do that.
Oh my god. That was so fucking funny.
He was struggling. It was Schadenfreude, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, so I
You
just...
tried an entire stream to drop hints about what to do with Schadenfreude.
And then he wrote down. He took one of my hints. I said, don't look. And he put the sticky note, like, right on his monitor or something, if I remember.
Yeah, like right in front of his face.
Yep. It was staring him in his face the whole time.
Yep.
And then he finally unlocked the managerial guideline.
So
Don't look at the abnormality. I tried, man.
Really tried.
Oh, we did have that one time, I feel like.
No, they were in different departments.
Technically, that's
Anyway.
easy because you just stare at Burrowing Heaven. I don't think we've read this one. An abnormality of despair that has gone through a repeated cycle of faith and betrayal, leaving only the emotion that is expressed through black tears. A hero of the past who used to be a guardian of justice. She dedicated her entire life to protect the king, the state, the city, and the weak. The knight had to uphold the laws of God and the pursuit of valor, chivalry, and justice. However, after a long history fraught with hardship and conflict, the knight realized in retrospect that nothing was truly upheld on her watch. The truth changed a lot of people. One who fought for good became evil upon realizing that there was no evil left in this world. I wonder who that is.
Ah.
She didn't change me. One who dreamed of a world where everyone could be happy and was tinged with greed and started to devour everything.
Yeah, Sans, what's with everyone having a hard time with Night of Despair? It's weird, right?
Yeah. It is. Everyone struggles somewhere different.
It is
It's
so
great.
fascinating.
I love it. Like them, so many things once thought to be forever, constant, face changes and perished. God help me. Who said a knight never cries? We'll find out soon if a knight cries. Tomorrow night, in fact. Have you ever seen tears brought out by despair? Not sadness. Yeah, DB's made me cry sometimes. As long as it's a choice, bestie. The endless stream of grief has long turned the eye sockets into hollow husks. Inside, black diamonds sometimes fall down like ashes. The will to protect seems to remain unchanged after all this time. Even in containment, it is still obsessed with the act of protection. All that remains is the hollow pride of a weathered knight. The tenacity of the hero who cannot leave the past behind is a pitiful sight. When justice turns its back once more, several dozen blades will rove without a
Rove.
purpose. That's a new word for me.
Really?
Rove, yeah. In shame of failing to defend once again. And in rage against the world, the swords will eventually point at those she could not protect. The knight who wanted to redeem herself by saving others was now dishonorably called the Knight of Despair. Forgotten from the people's memories, just like the others.
Damn.
That was so sad.
Oh, we read that one.
Oh yeah, that one was gross.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, yes. Yes, I love Princess Jellyfish.
Please don't say it's getting a remake or sequel.
Please
I can't
don't
trust
say
anything.
that.
Dungeon on Dawn was good, but I'm not sure the director's still there past the first episode, so we'll
Man,
see.
Uzumaki really gave you some trust issues, huh?
Yeah, I got big trust. It's so hard to start anything, period.
God, I know. You like get this new show, and like the first episode is so cool and pretty, and this has happened numerous times, and it just
Like, damn, I was a big
they
defender.
give up after that.
I was a big defender of the 3-episode rule, but we're not even getting that far anymore. It's impossible to start.
Man, I love Science Saru. They never miss for me.
I didn't know what the premise was, and I found out.
Oh, he had no idea what Danzadan was about. So, you know, when it got
I thought it.
with the old lady.
You can. No, I'm not even gonna repeat. Anyway, can't wait till they already did get to the grandma in the first episode. I did not expect that. That was not what I thought. Anyway, we read Mountain.
Yeah. We did. Yep. Oh, I
Okay.
remember. Yep. Oh.
Hearts.
A heart without an owner. It still beats even after being removed from its body. When borrowed, its rate of contraction will double, enhancing the borrow's vigor and strength. Excessive aspiration would bring about unwarranted frenzy. Employees who did not attack any targets before returning the heart, or those who returned the heart before 30 seconds had passed, entered a state of derangement, repeating mindless killings with their enhanced strength.
When we watched the episode gap, I said the same thing. I was just like, hey, you might see Reagan in there, in the tunnel.
Yeah.
The old notes are full of incomprehensible cursive letters and writings. They once belonged to a researcher who had gone mad during their work. It's only been partially deciphered, but it seems most of it is related to various experiments that were conducted in this place. It begins with guilt and confession of unethical experimentation, but gradually spirals into madness, overrun with insane and broken up sentences about research towards the end. The final chapter ends with the phrase, born again. One's observational skill will improve just by holding this item. However, if it is returned without fulfilling the yearning for knowledge, the incompetence shall explode. Fuck urban legend Turbo Granny, star of the Oh my god.
A meshing of flesh and scrap metal.
Huh.
Just like Tetsuo the Iron Man. I don't think I've ever made you watch that movie.
No.
I should. It is speculated to be a religious artifact found in the flooded district. In the past, some people sought answers through religion. When an employee offers up a prayer, the flesh begins to move as if receiving oration. The supplicant will suffer various ordeals in a manner like being put through a trial. Meanwhile, all those around them will recover their ails and woes, just as if they were being blessed with redemption, and the prayer shall inevitably end with the eternal despair of its worshipper.
Damn. The sap of a nameless, gigantic tree that roots itself on the edge of the world. On the edge of the world, huh? Okay. According to the exploration team, there was a large number of life forms around it with a scorched green tint. This was because the sap makes them satiated and contained potent healing agents. However, some of our employees who drank the sap melted, leaving smoldering green remains. Other various experiments confirm that the probability of melting rapidly increases as more sap is consumed. Many wonder how such a large tree could prosper all this way out in the barren outskirts. The life forms who consumed its sap became its nutrients sooner or later. The tree simply reaped from what it sowed.
This was the first abnormality that taught me that your employees can just explode sometimes. Just pop.
How nostalgic.
Yeah. Oh, the memories. It assumes the shape of a shovel?
Sure.
Glass? But nothing is reflected on its surface. The only thing it shows is people when facing oneself in the mirror, the subject changes. There are numerous suggestions, like the possibility of a linkage to a parallel universe or, or magical powers, but none of this can be confirmed. Those who face themselves in the mirror may appear the same, but in actuality, they have become completely different people. Looking into the mirror multiple times will gradually eat away one's humanity until they become indistinguishable from a hollowed husk of a man. So, caution is advised. Yo, Brian just walked right past me without saying a word. What's up with him?
Oh. He took a peek at the mirror.
You know, he always complained about being born too weak. I guess he finally made up his mind about it, huh?
Satisfaction's only temporary, though. A bomb shelter that completely protects its interior from all hazardous influences of the outside world, including light. The shelter still retains the memory of that day. Company P wished to construct the safest place on Earth. As such, the interior of this shelter houses a large number of non-perishable goods, which would allow anyone who stayed inside to survive for an extremely long period of time. Thanks to this shelter, the selected refugees were safely shielded from the ocean of endless screams and bloodshed. However, this shelter, while perfectly safe on the inside, alters the reality of the outside to be even more hopeless. It literally makes itself into the safest place on Earth. So by you entering it, you've caused every sort of dismay. I don't think we've read this one.
We haven't. It's always under the floor of the containment unit, only showing its eyes. and a mysterious luminous organ above the ground. There's no way to confirm what it looks like in its entirety. As it moves underground, not through the hallway, it is impossible to predict its path when breaching. For the same reason, its escape cannot be detected. I wouldn't do that. Just like I wouldn't accidentally kill Kiro on day 50 because I sent him to the fairies and then something else right after.
You'd never, manager.
No, that would be such a rookie mistake. I wouldn't do that. I'm a professional. Here we are. I'll be Lloyd. You can be Paul.
Okay.
You're located near the information team, right? I've heard that some employees went missing around that area. Would you mind checking to see if there's any abnormalities causing spatial interference?
What? But there's no such abnormality around here. I don't detect any breaching abnormalities either.
Look everywhere.
Well, Lloyd, with 2 L's, there's no sign of any abnormality. But I do see a small flower on the ground.
What are you on about? What flower?
The bud is glowing. It's amazing. It's strange finding something so green here when we don't even get sunlight. It's so bright. Other employees came to look over at the flower too. You need to come and see it. The light's so bright and warm. I feel like something good's about to happen.
That's not a flower. Order all employees nearby to evacuate immediately. Do not run away in a group. You have to slowly escape one by one with quiet steps.
What are you talking about? I thought I told you there's nothing nearby. Wait,
I think I just felt a slight tremor beneath my feet.
is someone fixing the pipes today?
Ah, screw it. Just enjoy looking at that flower all you want. Lloyd said, I don't care. I don't get paid.
God, no, was very Paul coded. What does that mean?
The fact that you made someone die on day 50 and it was from the fairies is super funny. Oh, God. After the popularity of the all-around helper skyrocketed, We Can Change Anything was released as the second installment of XX Inc.'s Home Robot series. Lloyd really said, I'm not the manager, it's not my responsibility. And then the manager's like, oh, my bad. As to be expected of all XX Inc.'s products, it sports a variety of function. Is your child a troublemaker? The children? Is your child a troublemaker who cries all the time? Well, they can't cry if they're dead, huh? We can change
You
that.
have a problem, we got a solution.
Don't like how you look? Are you too fat, too skinny? KYS. We can change that. Is your house suffering from an outage because you don't have the money to pay the power bill? We can change that. It's a fucking suicide pod.
It is.
Oh my god. It's quite simple. Just open the machine, step inside, and press the button to make it shut. Now everything will be just fine. The machine will produce energy after an employee enters it. Seeing as once inside, nobody ever comes out. It must be rather comfortable.
That's
That's,
great.
you know, yeah, you have a point.
I go in there for 1300 lunacy.
You ain't coming back out, Sans.
No lunacy, they can change that. Express train to hell. The booking clerk, who remains dauntingly quiet, sells tickets for a train with no final destination. How dare. There are no clocks to alert the arrival times. Instead, there are some blinking lights. The first and second lights illuminate. Your mind clears. The third light illuminates. Your mind clears and your wounds close. The fourth light illuminates. The condition of every employee in every department improves when you hear the train's horn off in the distance. When the time comes, the train will chug down the tracks and sound its mighty horn. There is no doubt that it will plunge through the endless tunnel while boarding the employees who have not taken a step back from the tracks.
Yeah, Despair, close your eyes. I don't think. An abnormality taking the form of a straw scarecrow. The straw is stained with blood, despair's blood. The head is empty, as if someone forcefully tore it off. It shows aggression towards certain employees,
Oh, hey.
attempting to take their brains. These employees are those who scored excellent on the intelligence test. Each city needs to have its own unique technologies. That was the key to reinvigorating the city. There were numerous ones, but among them, one city saw advancements in technology for the replacement of body parts. It was possible to repair or augment body parts that were broken and malfunctioning or simply undesirable. Every citizen was eligible for that treatment. However, rumors circulated when a rich person looking to improve their eyesight. We read this.
We did?
Yeah. We can if you don't remember, we can read it more. Improve their eyesight approached a beggar with broken lungs struggling to breathe. They would transplant the beggar's eyes to the rich person. Then they would abandon the beggar's corpse somewhere along the outskirts, still with those rotting lungs. This makes a lot of sense to pair up with Chesson, actually. The city's representative reassured them, dismissing the rumors as nonsense. Chess said, you just did something very similar in the welfare department. To put the rumors to rest.
We value our employees. How dare you?
They would select a number of sick people from. I wish that we had a little more of that. A little more, like, written in here, specifically from the department heads. That would have been really nice. A number of sick people from the outskirts and fix any body parts they wanted. Out of the lucky few who were chosen, one returned several days later. He had visibly long scar on his head. People asked him how he felt, and he responded that he felt lighter. He was a man filled with sorrow who used to cry a lot, so everybody believed that the surgery was a success. However, when he was asked about the whereabouts of the others who went with him, he just smiled without uttering a word. For long, even at his parents' funeral, he showed no emotion. All he did after the treatment was stare out the window and talk to himself. Eventually, he hung himself on the doorknob of his house.
Oh my god.
You just laugh.
I was looking at Fiona for a second. So I just stopped paying attention for a split second, and then I come back after you coughed and then he hung himself.
Some people thought that the treatment.
Good night, Ryosuke.
Ryosuke thought that the treatment caused his troubles, but after a few days, he was completely forgotten. The city still remained a beautiful place where the emerald roads sparkled bright as ever.
Classic novel laughing at sad dead people. Well, they made me happy,
I
so...
remember reading about Chomsky.
Novel, I have something to tell you. What is it?
Censored!
Any attempts to describe censored will cause censored to be censored.
Mm-hmm. He put censored in his
censored? No, I want to deal. I want to deal with censored. I don't want to deal with censored. I'll pass. I got Tenkaichi 3 running on the emulator. Hell yeah. You should get the...
It really does.
You should get the Budokai Tenkaichi 4 one. That's the one you should get. The modded one. Step into my... I am not...
I think you gotta go in and do... I think you gotta go in and do instinct work.
Where's the gun?
What work is best for you, Sans? Would repression?
He wants you to go do attachment. No. Oh God, no. An ancient-looking religious book that rests on top of a skinny lectern. Okay, that's a new word for me too. Its numerous pages are written on an old parchment. Its believers prayed that its sanctity would last forever by binding the tome in human skin. Those who open the book will be enlightened to unimaginable truths. The ones who have mastered the truths will be called by the prophets. This call cannot be denied. Save us now and forevermore. The truth shall set us free.
As time passes, people change. We may become disabled, lose our minds, be consumed by overwhelming violence, or be willed to disappear, never seen again. This portrait. I ended up coughing. This portrait captures a moment. It is what we are destined to lose. Those who see their healthy self will subconsciously begin craving. If life could always be like that, if only I could always have a bright smile just like in that portrait. One will begin to feel strange. One will be unharmed by any shape or form of attacks. However, others will bear pain instead. Little by little, the portrait turned uglier and uglier. Eventually, one will stop viewing the portrait and simply enjoy their unexpected luck. However, no miracle lasts forever. When all those that bear one's pain perish, it is their turn to die. Once the person who thought themselves to be the luckiest person in the world meets their demise, the portrait turns blank once again.
I wonder what would happen if you use the mirror from another world and then the portrait on like the same employee.
You heard him, Sans. We did that one. Definitely did that one.
A mysterious worn out machine used for operations. This machine was designed to pull back the skull. Sorry, I just had to. I didn't think we were going that far. This machine was designed to pull back the skull and destroy nerve tissue safely and efficiently. Many of those who underwent an operation inside the machine have found themselves rested and healthy again. Those who answered yes to the question of, do you love your city, were deemed...
Do you?
No. Were deemed cursed. Those who answered no weren't allowed to discharge. The longer the machine is in use, the better a person becomes. Hello? The longer it's used, the faster the question will change.
Good night.
Good
RC.
night, RC.
A bracelet that gives off a soft turquoise light.
Turquoise, you say.
Many unexplainable things have been discovered in the outskirts. When it is worn, all wounds are healed without a trace of scarring. However, to wear this bracelet, even when one has not a scratch left on their body, is an act of greed. This bracelet shall not forgive those who hold greed in their hearts. Thus, it must only be worn by those in true need.
Imagine if your bracelet just got upset at you for no reason and killed you. You just wanted to look cute today, but your bracelet felt different, I guess.
Take a drink from the nice tree sap and then you explode.
I bet some employees do it as a prank. Here, take a drink. It's fine. I got this from the shrimps. An electronic device with a mysterious symbol engraved onto it. It readjusts to become righteous, no matter how wicked, evil, and arrogant. Oh, it readjusts everyone to become righteous, no matter how wicked, evil, and wow, they may be. However, its users will become too dependent on the device and will lose all ability to think on their own. Eventually, intellect loses all meaning as they forget even how to exist. Amen.
Man, imagine a world where Roland isn't Roland and he's Laurent instead.
Damn.
That would suck. A mysterious marvel.
Imagine if Netsock was Brian.
Imagine if Netsock was Giovanni.
Oh god, that's unimaginable.
Ugh.
The worst.
That's scary. A mysterious marble, which hangs in the containment unit. We know of an ancient practice, the countless promises that were made, and the unending faith placed in them. However, all that they yielded was only hollowness and betrayal. Those betrayed hearts sank into the depths, slowly forgotten in the ever-lengthening corridors of time. If you make an attempt with an austere, so I say that right, heart devoid of desire or expectation, however, you may receive an unexpected reward.
Oh,
we
we
read
read
that
part
one.
of
I found out my Roland and Hod bundle shipped, so I'm very excited for it to arrive in the warehouse so I can ship it home. Yay, Lowland! Yeah, we
We
did
did the
this
sheep.
one. We did not do this one. I'll be Pansy, I guess. You can be narrator.
A tree that stands in the middle of the containment unit. It never withers, even if it's not given any form of nutrition. Some employees take the time to rest near this tree. Employees sometimes enter its containment unit for leisure.
Hey, Xavier, did you see that new abnormality? I think you got put in charge of it.
Yeah, I saw it alright. Just some tree with buds along its branches. I don't think they'll be able to blossom without sunlight.
Did you start making observations and writing reports yet?
Nah, I think I'll get to it soon enough, though.
Alrighty, take care. Hey, a long time no see. How's it going lately?
Yo, get this. You know that abnormality we talked about before? I don't think it's hostile. And guess what? It started blooming. It was so surreal looking at him. It felt like spring had come for the first time in this place.
Is that okay? Usually, any sort of change is a bad omen for something catastrophic here.
Oh, don't worry. Just some harmless little flowers. Thanks for worrying about me, though. Thank you.
Bonjour. Again. How's work been going for you?
Golly,
I think Pansy has a crush. Yes, to spare.
Donnie, Dawni. Golly, gosh.
Gorsh. Oh my god, he has kitty ears!
The flowers just keep blooming. I think it'll fill up the whole unit at this rate. You should see it for yourself. It's really beautiful. I don't think you'd ever get sick of looking at it.
I'd love to, man. And I can't. I've been so busy lately.
Really? Damn, what a shame. It's absolutely magnificent, I'm telling you.
You doing alright, by the way? You've been making a lot of mistakes these days. It seems like you've been spacing out a ton, too.
Ah, don't worry, it's nothing. I gotta head back now. Oh, I've been making a sketch of the tree. Actually, I'll let you be the first person to see it when I'm done. Audio recording of counseling session.
I imagine this is Xavier.
Yeah, I've been better recently. I got better at managing abnormalities, too. Going to the grave of cherry blossom chambers makes me feel weirdly amazing, like you said. I never believed that mumble jumble about Flora giving out a good aura or whatever, but I guess it was true. It's such a shame I can't see those cherry blossoms with Xavier. Oh no,
Oh, it's Pansy?
it's Pansy.
Oh shit. I had to see his work in progress sketch when I was rummaging through his stuff one time. The actual tree was much more beautiful. I'm just gonna shit talk his art like that? It's more magnificent than everything he described it as. Such a tragedy that he went missing before seeing how it is now. If he finds any abnormalities suspicious, please make sure you look into them, alright? Yep, I'm fine now. I shook off that feeling. The cherry blossoms all fell after I saw it that time.
Why?
I love they just have a little butt. I love that they have a little butt. The yawn one had a butt too. Let's see. Yet I saw buds poking out of the branches again. Would it be alright if I oversaw the abnormality from now on? No, it's not a big deal. I just want to see those flowers in full bloom again. Yes, thank you. Notice of advice.
We've received reports about an alarming increase in the numbers of employees who want to view the grave of cherry blossoms containment. This fervent rush of requests is likely due to the absence of natural scenery in our facility. However, I don't think there's any need to make a rule against it. We found that our staff's mental contamination indices
Something like that.
decreased when looking at the grave of cherry blossoms. The reason behind this is unimportant. It could be Flora giving out a good aura, for all anyone cares. The only thing that's certain is that the grave of cherry blossom captivates our employees, and they don't know what lies beneath its roots. Did you realize that cherry blossoms are strikingly crimson, and its unmatched beauty is caused by its color? The more blood it has, the more beautiful it is. Our employees, who are oblivious to it, are drawn to it again and again. Just keep everything hush-hush for now. It's how things work in this place.
We did the Firebird, I think, actually.
Yeah, I remember the caution
Mm-hmm.
when hunting.
We did these also.
Yeah, yin and yang.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's what we didn't do.
No.
Or is it you?
I guess it's me, isn't it? It's this, you got the backer. This abnormality is created with ideas provided by this fellow. I don't know how to say Korean words at all. I should change that. Also, like the Russian names in Crime and Punishment, I'm just seeing their names and I'm just like, I need to know how to say their names actually, or I'm gonna get confused later. An old clock manufactured by an unknown company. Its vacuum tubes give off a vintage vibe. The manufacturer stopped making these clocks a long time ago. Is your future totally grim? Have you hit absolute rock bottom? Not a single way out in sight. I'm just gonna go get in the we can change anything machine. It can change anything.
They had to have competition.
That's my advantage with an audiobook. I know how to say it. I don't know how to say I don't know how to say Russian words at all. Have you ever thought, oh man, what if I'd done this instead of that? Humanity has conquered disease and nature.
But this is
Now
this
we
and
have
that is
come
that.
far enough to harness time itself. Yes, we can rewind your wasted time. Just winds it up, close your eyes, and count to 10. When you open them, you will be standing at the exact moment you wish to be in. Please read the manual thoroughly. You never know what the extremely high voltage discharge from the machinery could do if it is handled poorly. We are not responsible for any accidents that may occur from the user error and carelessness. This clock requires a high amount of energy to operate. Please understand that it will take a considerable amount of time to charge. Russian names.
Don't know how to say them.
Because we're reading Crime and Punishment and they all look like keyboard smashes to me and I just need to learn how to say them properly.
I'm on chapter 3.
I'm still a few pages into chapter 2. I really like it so far.
Me
Anyway,
too.
probably shouldn't talk about it now, but I'm just saying, I'm enjoying it. I don't think, probably not. This abnormality was created with the ideas provided by a tumblebug backer. That one.
Airy.
I think this one's yours.
Oh, an old woman with a piano at her side. Her eyes are usually closed. She only nods instead of speaking, but on rare occasions she will faintly smile. Excerpt from a newspaper article. The world's greatest pianist, redacted, always gave her best performances when playing that sonata. Her favorite piece. Many praised her excellent skill. Some couldn't even stay seated when she played the third movement because of the overflowing energy and madness that would come from her performance. In her now empty residence from which she left for the moon, lies the piano she played since childhood, and shrunken heads which allow us to delve into her mind. Excerpt of audio recording from Redacted's counseling. I mean, we didn't see anything outstanding when we went to secure it. There was just some lady sitting there. It's like she'd been waiting for us to come. What happened when one of us approached her? Well, that guy didn't know the first thing about art or music, but before we knew it, he was playing the first movement of that sonata, and the lady smiled. And to be honest, I don't think I'll ever get to hear a performance as beautiful as what I heard then ever again. We never got to see that guy again. That's why you need my testimony, right? Because I play the third movement? Omitted. I don't know how or why it makes you play. Your hands just move and you feel euphoric while playing it. Everything around you fades away. It's just you and the piano. After I finished playing, exhausted, I realized what my feet had been pressing down on weren't pedals, but severed heads. The moon represents the human psyche. They often say that the moon is beautiful. But when enough time has passed, when you look at it and see what kind of face it truly wears, you'll realize you were madly in love with something so broken and shattered. In the end, we all become like the moon. All because we can't bear ourselves.
Damn.
Oh my god, Chromie!
I think we did this guy.
Army in Black?
Yeah.
We must regularly. What are you talking about? If you
Hmm?
move an inch, we salute you, ma'am? I think we did.
Yeah, it feels familiar. We
read the
definitely
dog.
did this one. We did this one.
We did Sans'
Yeah,
wife.
they're just like throw you in a room, give you a gun, take care of it. And by it, they mean yourself. Let's see. In the Redacted century, a monk named Redacted from the province of Redacted walked a path of Buddhism, seeking a liberation and true enlightenment. He was on the road to his home country to spread his philosophy when he heard that an old monk was being cremated in the nearby town. He felt that he should go witness it, however, a man stopped him. "Excuse me, sir. There's a rumor that an evil spirit lingers in the town you're heading towards." The monk replied, "Evil spirits are naturally born from one's heart. How could I miss the cremation of a great monk simply because a rumor has been spread?" He then continued on his way to the town of Redacted. When the monk arrived, people from all around the town were gathered in ceremony. They were gazing at the corpse of the old monk, chanting the name. Yeah. Yeah, whatever they said.
Clouded monk, clouded monk.
Yeah. The chant was born more out of desperation for something they yearned for rather than commemoration. The funeral pyre started crackling as if it was fed with kindling. A sound of wooden percussion echoed, and the chanting grew louder and louder. Soon the crowd started buzzing with nervousness. Something's not right. Netsock! I don't have any Netsock. I'll have Netsock one day. Bina, put those things away.
Oh my god.
These artists don't deserve Bina. The people were greatly disappointed by the amount of Sarira that appeared. There were no more than 2 spoonfuls. Shocked, the people soon turned into an angry crowd. Makes no sense that such a great monk had such little, whatever the fuck that is.
Sarira.
Clearly he was lacking in the practice of whatever that is.
That is no. Fuck it.
He does not have done many good deeds. The visiting monk was himself baffled. He was unfamiliar with such an obsession with whatever that is, cremation, and even he was expecting the proper amount of whatever that is that a monk would deserve. Someone tell me what this is. Sarira? What is that? The monk spoke to a man behind him in the crowd. How can they be so upset at such a sacred ceremony? A slight distance away, a very old man in the crowd answered instead. The poor and hungry yearn for miracles to save them. By how you're dressed, I would guess that you were also on the path of a Buddhist. This event must have worried you. I go to Rule 34 for Bina, and 4 is the second recent post. Why? The monk responded in a slightly disturbed tone. Whatever the fuck that is, formed in a monk, has bettered his body and spirit, and finally reaches nirvana. It is a natural process and not to be artificially wanted. How can you call it a miracle? The old man then burst out in laughter. It's Shrimple. This monk was known well here for his good deeds. He shared his food with the hungry and clothes with those who were cold. However, as they say, it seems he was unable to reach true nirvana. As only 2 spoonfuls of whatever that is were found, he ended up being a miserable old monk who couldn't achieve nirvana even though he was a well-respected man, and known as a benevolent living saint. Do you think you will be any different? I have proudly practiced. They say a monk from the Temple of Redacted has earned more than 300 spoons of whatever that is. Colorful lights sparkled
I'm happy for you, Sans.
across the sky as the crowd paid devout prayers at his cremation, and that stuff was were as round as pearls. What is that? Okay, no one's telling me. I gotta look it up.
Well, he told you. It's something that he makes. I guess.
I swear, if they just made this up.
They did define it for you.
What is it?
They said it.
They're relics. They're shapes that are found among the
I do not know where my phone is, Sans, unfortunately. Also, did you send it
Okay,
to
I
me?
see.
Did you feel a need to send me the Chromer Vor in
Um,
particular?
crowd page about prayers. I cannot reply. But the creation of, I don't know how to say it, it's a natural process to go through. It is well known. Someday people, I don't know where I left off, I lost my place. And it's known that Buddha's that stuff were enough to fill a grand palace when he was cremated. One day your body shall fell and eventually lead you to eternal heaven. Someday people will be there for your cremation just like now. The monk was silent. Good God, this is long. If nothing is found in your ashes, you will be a sinner of the. Please, I don't know these words. I am stupid. And your path will ultimately reach nowhere. However, if enough of that
Sarah.
stuff are found from you that everyone looks on in awe, your name will be sung for generations. The emperor will be awestruck and build a huge temple in your name, and the people will chant while admiring the pagoda of that temple. This feeble old man is telling you all this because I can see you becoming one of the greatest monks. Listen, a few hours walk from here, there is a mound we call Redacted.
Damn.
Go
That's
up there,
fucked up.
and you will see several old pagodas. Inside them are the boxes of the weird little pearl things from long forgotten great monks. Why, they'll just return to the soil if nothing happens to them. But if you were to consume them, perhaps you would display more weird little pearl things than Buddha himself. The monk then realized the old man was suspicious and did not sound as an old man should. However, the old man was gone in a flash as he tried to catch a glimpse of his face. The monk concluded that it must have been a trick of the devil and tried to forget what the old man had said. The old man's voice lingered in his ears even as he tried to sleep. The monk tossed and turned and couldn't fall asleep. He decided the best way to clear his mind was to go on a walk. As he walked, he somehow found himself around the pagodas the old man had mentioned. They were supposed to be a few hours' travel from where he had been staying. For a long while, only a chant of, the way monks chant.
Clouded monk. Clouded monk. Ye san
They say
who.
at night, a mysterious sound can be heard around the pagodas and statues in the area of Redacted. It is said that the source of this sound is a preta, a demonic creature with long arms, claws, and an unnaturally big mouth. Yeah, that thing does a lot of red damage.
It sure does.
Some say this creature carries a shattered bat. However, the exact details are unconfirmed. After this creature appears, people find that
Chapamala.
offered
Fuck is that?
offered the weird pearl things boxes
What the
are
hell is a
forcefully
Chapamala?
opened with their contents removed. Not to be disrespectful, but they're just like throwing the pearls in there, right?
I think so.
Like, not to be skeptical.
I think the Adno reading broke your brain. There are a lot of words
Look
in
at
here.
this word. You know what that is?
Do you know what that Japa?
Do you know what that is? I don't know
what
that is. I'm not a Buddhist. Furthermore, monks who stay in this province must not sleep alone. They should also visit a nearby temple to receive a talisman that wards off evil spirits and ensure that they carry it all at all times. You know what you know what a Jaffamala is?
Use it in a sentence. You won't.
A shatter. It's maybe a mirror of some kind.
I'm back. What am I supposed to be figuring
what
out?
a Sarira is, what a Jaffamala is.
So
Yeah, Jaffamala?
Japamala.
Yeah. And
Japamala.
Sarira. I'd never heard of the thing where when monks are cremated, there are these weird little pearl things that are left behind that signify how good they were.
Damn.
I didn't know about that until I learned about it today, just now.
Oh, this one is definitely Indian / Buddhist.
It's Buddhist.
He is the clouded monk.
Yeah, he's the clouded monk.
If I take a look at him on his profile photo. Okay, so they're like beads. So the things
Yeah,
he
yeah,
has
yeah.
around his neck.
Yeah, they're like pearl-like beads.
It's the thing he has around his neck.
No, not what I looked up. They're tiny, and they're what's left behind when they're cremated.
So what the fuck is around his neck if those aren't beads?
Those are beads. I didn't
That's
say
what I
they
said.
weren't.
He said no. The Pamala part is likely pronounced the way you pronounce Kamala.
Anyway, where am I?
Chapamala.
They say it can be heard. Furthermore, monks who stay in this province, they must never sleep alone. The tale has become widespread across the region and has led to the tradition of chanting certain lines at pagodas where the weird little pearl things are stored when cremation takes place. Are you a monk? Are you a monk? You are no longer a monk. A demon shall never reach heaven. The chant is orated to the monk who has not yet realized that he has become a demon.
Super good grab if you can get it.
We read the bald one, I think. We must have.
I feel like we did. Oh my god.
I didn't need that.
Oh my god. Why?
I didn't need that. Oh shit, that's it.
That's it.
That's it.
Now you do mods.
There we go. Now we know that they are prayer beads. I learned 2 new things today.
I've learned so much. All right.
That's it.
That's it.
Lobotomy Corporation is over.
There's a library though.
I think we're about to open the curtain.
Eyes open.
Turn the lights on
Don't miss a moment.
of this experiment.
Yeah.
Should we read Clockwork Orange just cuz?
Well, who knows? Anyway, see you in 6 months for the next April Fools. Damn.
Okay, bye.
Bye.